okay too, isn't it?
Yep.
I think that's standard.
Yeah, non-disclosure confidentiality. The protection of confidential business information and trade secrets is important to the interest and success of the town of Odin. Although the town is a municipal entity subject to the Indiana open door law, there may be information that for one reason or another is determined to be of a confidential nature. Such confidential information may include, but is not limited to, the following examples: compensation data, personnel, payroll records, customer information. Employees who improperly use or disclose proprietary information or confidential business or client information will be subject to disciplinary action, including termination of employment and the legal action if they do not actually benefit from the disclosed information. Town of Odin also has an additional, more specific policy included in the operating and policies manual that enhances this condition of employment.
Where is it?
Yeah,
Policies.
operating policies manual.
Because this right here is garbage. Unless it says it in there. I'll tell you why. Somebody calls me up and says, I don't know, the guy met him. Where does Doug Benjamin live? Who's he bank with? What kind of vehicles he drive? You know his birthday? And I say, I'm not going to give you the information. I'll pay you to do it. And I do it. Okay? With identity theft now, even if they got to Doug, hey, give me a list of all addresses of people in town, which you could do. But it's not included, it's not covered. And with theft now, with identity theft, it's scary.
Well, is this a section that we all have Rita look over to and get her input?
Yeah, when you just say compensation data, payroll records, and customer information. Well, okay, what's customer information? Well, this guy didn't pay his water bill for 3 months. We're gonna shut his water off. Well, okay, you can't do that. We'll sue you for it.
Most importantly, it says the town has an additional, more specific
Yes.
policy manual that nobody knows about.
Nobody knows about it, which is not good.
I don't have one here.
So I'm gonna make a note for Rita to look at this one
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, because that sucks.
Okay. Office hours. Town of Odin is open for business from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday except for holidays. See section V, F, holidays. The standard work week is 40 hours of work.
And this affects you, Doug. That means somebody's got to be here during those working hours all the time. For example, Terry wants to go play golf. Brett's got his 40 in already, and you got your 40 in already.
You can't go play golf.
You can't go play golf.
We don't let you get it.
Good answer.
Now, you want to see a grown man cry, watch Terry when I tell
No,
him
it's a
that.
break. Just say, you got to stay.
And this is stuff you have to go over to them guys too, Doug, explain to them, you know.
Yeah.
When that happens, this is why it happens. Lunch breaks. Employees are allowed.
Back up a second.
Sorry.
Office hours, since Scott just walked in, police departments, they're not here during those hours. How do we address that, or do we address that?
You can. I don't see if this says somebody's gotta be here.
Well, if it says office hours,
Well, the office here.
Yeah, they're the office,
well,
so.
then we ought to say clerk treasurer, not town vote.
Utility office.
Utility office.
I like that.
Because office hours to me implies every employee in this town, or every department in this town.
Should it say operating hours?
Well, but it's not, the operating hours is very
Business
strict.
hours, operating hours.
Well, the town of Odin is open for business, that doesn't say the street department is open for business, or,
Okay, you're comfortable with it, I mean.
you could get a hold of somebody between 7 and 4, 5 days a week.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Well, and I agree, Tom, because who's this pertain to?
No shit.
Cause there has been a couple times you and Sherry's both been gone for training. And then if, you know,
I wouldn't have any problem if it said these are normal operating hours, however, during emergencies, following people,
Nothing.
you can,
To me, office hours says this office here. That's the way I read it, but if it means water plant,
let me play devil's advocate. You know what I thought of? I got a tremendous water leak. Doug and all his employees are gone. It's a Friday afternoon.
yeah, but one of them guys has got their own call.
Okay,
you know.
The phone system will ring.
all right.
Somebody's always on call, right?
They call here, and go to my extension, that's a message to the sewer plant, we don't have a message to the water plant. And it goes in there and that voicemail will call my phone.
And anyway, finishing, if there's something like that, and that person in town sues us because of some unknown reason, and it says right here, your office hours are, you know, that's all I'm saying. I wouldn't have any problem with it, say, like, then, this is an employee handbook,
But the police department can't have,
I know, and what I'm saying is, should we address police department is different, these are the standard.
I wonder if you just say normal working hours.
You can like that,
You're not tying this down to, you know,
Oh,
I don't have any problem with that.
if something out of the ordinary comes along, you and Shakira both could take off and go put out a fire. So
I don't have any problem with normal working hours. I would say town of Odin, normal business hours.
pull it down.
this is just regular meeting, right?
Yes. But that right there is, it is the employees, which it should include all employees, which doesn't make sense that it's in there, that's what I was saying. Particularly police department or park custodian, he's not there, he's part-time. So why is it there? I don't know.
So we're all okay with normal business hours?
Yeah, I don't even know
Okay.
what this about.
All right, lunch breaks. Employees are allowed a 1/2 hour lunch break. Lunch breaks generally are expected to be taken between the hours of 11 a.m. and 1 p.m.
Guys like the half hour, all right, Doug?
There's times I'd like to have a little longer, and there's other times we don't even get lunch, and it's the half hour, you can usually eat and be done in a half hour. To offset that, we need to be coming in earlier or later. I have never actually addressed that with Terry or Brett, and I've never heard them complain about only having a half hour.
I don't think it needs to be a time limit either. Between 11 and 1. I mean, they may have something major going on. We can just say the employees are allowed 1/2 hour lunch break.
No problem.
No, I don't have a problem with that. And you got a major water line break here.
Exactly. So if they're working out water on between 11 and 1, you don't get a lunch day.
Or you could
So
say,
if I take my lunch about 3:30, do I need to come back and clock out?
you could say preferably between 11 and 1.
Yeah, and it's a rule, that's usually, it's usually.
Well, yeah, that's when everybody does, but-
12:30.
It's up to the supervisor, if a guy wants to go to lunch at 9 o'clock in the morning,
They do,
say, no, you're not gonna do that.
but if you go with
Now-
longer lunch, then you're gonna change working hours.
Right, right. One thing, say we know we've got a pretty big, like a big sewer dig we're going to have to deal with, but we don't wanna wait till 1 o'clock to start on it, we might at that time go ahead and grab lunch at 10 or 10:30.
That's fine.
Grab a sandwich or whatever. So that would be an instance where we would go a little before 11, and there's instances where we are finishing up and we would be going after 1.
That's why I'm taking the time out and just saying,
Yeah, I-
Yeah.
lunch breaks are 1/2 hour. Okay.
I don't see anything for a break.
Well, maybe it's,
And this says generally,
it should be in that.
or
Maybe
expected,
that
it
or
doesn't say
something.
it must be.
We should go ahead and add that to it right now.
Right.
2 15-minute breaks a day. That's standard. You know, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. And if we see it somewhere else down through here, we can say, well, we've already added that and take it out, because it should be with this here.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was in there somewhere, and then again, it's something that,
Yeah, and if it is, we'll take it out, because I think it should go here with your lunch breaks and.
yeah.
Yeah. That's on page 9 already, Keith, sure.
All right, don't mess around, John.
No.
Personal files.